All right, welcome to July. It's Monday, July the 3rd, I think it is now. Beginning of quite a busy week for us down here at Horseshoe. Quite a busy month, to be honest, but Saturday we've got the Festival of Carp going on, so it's all hands to the pub at the minute, getting everything ready. There's a lot of organising for the festival beforehand, but now this week everything's got to get into plan and get everything tidied up and get it all. We've got the marquee coming, I think Wednesday, and then we've got to put our tents and gazebos, and yeah, it's going to be chaotic for the next few days, so let's see how it goes. Later on in the month, of course, we've got the juniors, so like I say, it's going to be quite a busy month for us. I must, while I'm here, I must apologise for the last two videos I've put up. I've had some terrible technical issues. I think what happened were halfway through May, I swapped my iPhone for a Samsung, and I've had the iPhone for years now and just about got used to it. And the Samsung, although the phone's brilliant and everything is different. If you've ever done it, no functions are the same, so I've been trying to have to get my head around that, and sort of got to the basics of it. But I think the editing program or app that I sort of piece all the videos together, it's for some reason it's not compatible with a Samsung one, so I've had a devil of a job putting it all together. So there's been a few technical issues. Luckily for me, Sabrina sorted them out as best she could, and to be honest, if it hadn't been for Sabrina, I'd have been buggered. There's no way I could have done it. So yeah, I've changed the settings a little bit this time, so hopefully we won't have that trouble. But yeah, so there we go. We'll see what this month brings, and like I say, we're getting things sorted out for Saturday now. So I'll let you know how that's going. There you go, and that unfortunately is as far as I got with the video in. I had intended to video the preparation for the event and the opening of the event, and then activities throughout the event, but to be honest, just really never got time. It was just full on, even, you know, for the week leading up to it. On that note, I'd like to thank Mark, two Carls, Ada, Richie the Badger, Steve, and Andy Wilkinson, who all came down and the week before the event and helped us get it all ready. And if I say so myself, we did a fantastic job. The lake actually looked mint on the day of the event, and it was nice. A couple of people that actually did take the time out to have a walk around the lake all commented how well it was looking. So that's always nice to hear. It's not an ego thing. It's just nice when people appreciate what you've done. It's I mean, we've probably got stuck into it, and even I've got to admit, the lake probably looked the best it's looked in all the time I've been down here. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came down and chipped in and helped us prepare for the event. It's much appreciated, and I know it's been said a few times, but it never gets any less true that these events just simply wouldn't happen if people didn't come down and help out. So yeah, massive thanks to everyone. I have actually managed to beg, steal and borrow a few photos and a few video clips of the event. So what we'll do now is I'll play them, and then we'll come back and I'll talk a bit more about the event and how it went, from my perspective at least anyway. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit.
Welcome to the Carp Society's Festival of Carp. I'm Brian Schoyles, and my job today is to take you around our magnificent Horseshoe Lake as we celebrate the enjoyment and excitement of all things carpy.
It just feels absolutely perfect.
Yes, it
you know,
does.
there's lots of smiley faces from the cheering with the little kids on with the Angling Trust guys,
and the casting competition down there.
the casting competition, and the cheer in the bucket. Yeah. I mean, rig and bait clinic, absolutely non-stop. Jules was saying a few minutes ago, he's literally not had a chance to have a break yet.
Has he not?
It's just been non-stop.
I'm rather pleased about that.
Yeah, and at the moment there's guest speakers. I can see Mark Holmes at the moment in full flow, which is nice. Mickey Kavanagh, and they go back years ago.
Yes, they do.
You know, just full theatre with, I guess it'd be Lee still on.
Lee Jackson's on at the moment. Yeah.
Just,
and Richie and Terry to follow.
I'll follow, and just not even covered. There are literally dozens of top quality anglers that are all fishing around the lake.
Yes, and all the sort of stuff you can go and have a look at. It's really good. Yeah,
absolutely magic.
Right, my name's John Carver. I'm a member of the Carp Society, and each year we come along here and we represent Century doing the casting clinic. We have some rods for people to try, some long distance rods, and also when someone wants a little bit of help with trying to get some extra distance, we can also do that as well.
Our whistle-stop tour continues, and we've arrived this time with Simon at Palatrax. And
long time no see.
Yeah, that's
it has
right.
been, isn't it? It's been a few years.
Yeah, and you've been a long-time supporter of these events, so had a good one this time?
It's been the best, without a shadow of a doubt.
Fantastic.
Really
Yeah.
has been good. Great. I mean, Palatrax as a brand has grown, but the fact is there's so many people here. It's been, top organisation. The food's been great. Amount of people. The weather's been a bit dodgy, but now it's good. But the main thing is people have come through the door and they're happy. They like it.
Well, it's a cracking looking fish, Frank. But you happy with that one?
Yeah, it's nice, mate.
Yeah. So you're saying it was on the corner, was you?
Yeah, it's on plastic corn, 2 pieces.
A few
With
leeches
a
on it.
long shank with the old blowback on, my old favourite. So, yeah, it's good.
Nice little result.
Yeah.
Cracking fish.
Because we're up against it, weren't we, in the spotting. It's a good old event, this, as well. I'm really liking it. It's really social. I've seen people I've not seen for years here, so I'm delighted with it. And to catch a fish is a double bonus. So let's pop her back. Whoop.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, great stuff. That's all right, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it has been incredible, really. We've had some amazing feedback, all different ages. We've had some little guys, had some girls as well, which is great. They've all loved the rods, casting, they've been whacking them out. We've been a bit tough, there's been a bit of arm working, but it's been a great day. We hope to do it again next year, I'm sure. How have you found it, Dan?
Yeah, it's been a really good day. I know we've had the full range of all the Daiwa carp rods, various price points for all different sorts of angling, just to give you an idea, from sort of 10 foot all the way up to 13 foot, all different styles of angling. Yeah, seen cast to probably over 190 yards.
Probably, yeah. It was, quite impressive.
Some talent going on, even from some of the young guns as well, like the lad over our shoulder. He's been putting in some really good casts, and
he has,
overall, really good day.
Super.
Moving around the lake, you can see now that with the guys from Sticky and introduce Lewis. How's the weekend gone for you?
Mate, it's been lovely.
Oh, brilliant.
You know, yesterday we were blessed with a beautiful warm day, but that cool breeze kept it lovely up this end of the point. Set up was a breeze. Entry and organisation's been lovely, and it's been very well attended today.
Brilliant. That's
you know, spoken to a lot of customers, both on the sticky and the thinking stands. Like, people have shown a genuine interest, and it's just a lovely casual event. Yeah. You're not crammed in a hall. We've had a few showers, but that's not dampened anybody's spirits.
But we're carp anglers, we like being
If you're not used to that, you shouldn't be out here, really.
No.
So, no, it's been cool. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And talking to a couple of the guys behind there, Tom, Adam, Nick, and whatever, they've all said they're meeting people they haven't seen for years, if
That's
anything.
it. It's kind of like the old Carp Society Sandown show, which was always such a social, where you got to see people that you didn't see for like 10 years maybe.
Yeah.
I've seen like sort of 5 or 6 old syndicate members that I've used to fish with on various venues. It's just a lovely catch up.
Lovely.
It's not overly commercial, we're not selling anything, but it's a good opportunity to talk to customers.
And that was actually part of our thing.
Yeah, the remit. When you first rang me up. You said that right from the outset.
We called it a festival.
Yeah.
Because we want it to be joyous.
And I think
it's not a carp boo, it's not hard sell.
Yeah.
It's just we love carp fishing.
Yeah.
And thanks for all you guys for coming.
Mate, it's been a pleasure to come.
No problem.
And
That's lovely.
No doubt we'll be here again next year, Brian.
Tour continues, and now we've stopped off this time at Nash and Bristol Angling, both long-term supporters of the Carp Society. Welcome, Henry.
Cheers.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
What sort of day have you had?
I've had a great day. I mean, we've done sort of similar things to this over the past few years, but this one's been the best by an absolute mile. It's a number of people who have come and visited. Everyone's been so engaging and interested. We've been able to show a lot of the new products. We released a few new products this week with our tarps and our windbreaker, so we've been able to show that as well. And most importantly, we've caught more carp than we've ever caught before.
How many have you had?
We've had 8 or 9 now, a couple of originals. Curly had a 30-pounder. And I've got to say, nothing brings the crowds in more than when you're playing one. All of a sudden, there'll be like 10, 15 people here. We hook into one, all of a sudden there's about 50 people behind you. So it's brilliant. It's been a great event.
That's
well
lovely.
done.
And thanks so much for coming.
No, thank you for having it.
Thank you.
No problem. Cheers. Thank you.
Welcome to the tracker stand at the Festival for Carp here at the Horseshoe Lake with the Carp Society. It's been fantastic for us to be here. It's the very first year that Tracker have decided to come down, and we are super proud that we have done. We brought a lot of the new products for people to have a look at. We've got the new Impact Zig Float that people have had loads of interest in. We've been throwing those out in the lake, showing people about how they work. We've got the new bed chairs, we've got all our new terminal range, we've got the new alarms from us, and it's been great to see so many people down here really enjoying the day. They've had great talks. We've heard that Terry Hearn's been on, they've had Adam Penning on, they've had Frank Warwick on, we've seen Frank just have a fish. It's just been a fantastic day. So all I can say to you is if you guys haven't come down to the Festival of Carp this year and you fancy coming down, this will be on again next year, and more than likely us guys from Tracker are going to be here for you to have a look at all of our products.
There you have it. That's just a few photos and clips from the Festival of Carp. And like I said, I'd hoped to sort of get a bit more video and get interviews with people and stuff, but just simply didn't have time. But yeah, the event itself, it's how do you judge the success of an event? For me, it's the people that are here that will sort of judge it for you, and everyone I spoke to and everyone I've read comments on social media afterwards had a really good time, and they all said it was the best one yet, and that's the kind of feeling I got throughout the event. It's to be honest, I don't think it could have gone much better. It's I mean, it did rain on and off throughout the day, which we could have done without, but to be fair, it didn't seem to dampen anybody's spirits, and might have put a couple of people off coming, I don't know, but we had 500 through the gate, which is no mean feat. And yeah, talking of the gate, I actually spent most of the day on the gate with AD and Steve Hall, and my thanks to both of them as well. And yeah, there was some strange people coming through the gate. It was a fiver to get in, and you stood on the gate and people roll up in the cars, wind the window down. They look at you, you're looking at them, and you're like, please don't make me ask. But then they're just staring at you, so you have to say, oh, it's a fiver to get in. They start rooting around, looking in the glove compartments and the wallets and stuff for a fiver. And you think it'd be much easier all round if you just turned up with a fiver in your hand and sort of paid it instead of putting us all through that. I don't like asking people for money any more than people like giving you money, so we did get caught out though. A car arrived and the guy says, "Do you take card payment?" And I actually laughed when he asked me that because it's something I'd really never thought of, but I suppose this day and age people have got used to not paying cash for things, so yeah, perhaps next year we'll have some sort of card payment on the gate. It's, one guy did turn up, he did make me laugh. He pulled up, he must have had a 90 grand, 80, 90 grand car or something, and he says, "Is this the Angling Trust event?" I said, "No, but the Angling Trust are here." "Right." So he stood staring at me. I said, "What's a fiver to get in?" "Well, no one told me that." I said, "Well, I apologise for that, but it is a fiver to get in." "Do you take card?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, how am I going to pay then?" I said, "Have you got cash?" He said, "Yeah, but do I get a receipt for it?" And again, I laughed. I said, "No." He said, "Oh, no, I can't give you a receipt here and there, but I'm sure they'll give you one in the office." I said, "What do you want a receipt for anyway?" "Well, how do I know where the money's going to?" And I ended up saying to him, "I tell you what, you just go in and I'll pay for you." So I ended up putting a fiver in myself for him. I don't know what it is with people. I can't be charmed arguing with them. I just think, but like I say, it's not like he was short of a bob or two or anything, but yeah, anyway, that's my little gripe about the gate. But one thing I was particularly pleased with the event, and it probably means nothing to anyone else, but when we started organising this event, I did raise the question that parking might be an issue, and it were kind of glossed over and with a "I'll be all right" sort of attitude, which I must admit I went along with myself. It's sort of, we can normally fix anything, stuff. So, but as the event were drawing near and it became evident that quite a few people were coming down, people started flapping a bit about the parking, and so we got it sorted out. We had a few lads on the car parking duties. We had Darren Burrows from Farriers, he came up and helped out, and the two Matts from AE Fisheries, Malcolm, our own bailiff, and Simon and young Tyler, and I've got to say they did a fantastic job. It's, like I say, it probably doesn't mean a lot to anyone, but parking it's I mean, carp anglers don't like being told where to park at the best of times, so yeah, fair play to them lads. They had it off to a T, and it worked like clockwork. You know, they were really impressed with how they got it in, and we are efficient here. We haven't got car parking spaces galore, so yeah, thanks ever so much to the lads who did the car parking. They did a fantastic job, and yeah, I can't praise them high enough. And on about doing a fantastic job as always in the kitchen. They're non-stop in there. It's just a proper hive of activity, and massive thanks to Lolly, Millie, Keel and Bryn, Sabrina's daughter Angel, Carl of course, who they did fantastic in the kitchen, and you know, I think everybody could see how hard they were working, and people have rightly praised them, and yeah, I'm the same. I'm just full of admiration for them. They worked fantastically well, and yeah, it's as I touched on earlier, these events, you need good people helping you out, and one thing I will say, that everyone who helped out, not one person got paid for that event. You know, everything was done, and I include me and Sabrina in that as well. It's you know, it's all done voluntary, so people have the little gripes that this didn't work well or this didn't work and that. You know, we're a fishing club, we're not an events organisation. You know, we do the best we can, and to be honest, I think we all did fantastically well. Not necessarily including myself in that, but everyone involved did well. and Brian Scoyles, of course, who got the thing up and going and made all the contacts and got the people down here, and yeah, it was a great team effort and it worked really well. Some of the things that we've had some really good feedback from were the Angling Trust were in the stock pond getting the kids who came along fishing, and I think they gave out 50 certificates to the youngsters who fished and managed to catch a fish from the stock pond, and I've heard nothing but positive stuff about that. So yeah, that worked really well. The rig and bait clinic with Mike and Julian, that went fantastic as well. That seemed busy throughout the day, and I think the idea of having well-known anglers scattered around the lake fishing in situ, as it were, you know, that got people moving around the lake and gave people, you know, people could go up to the anglers while they were fishing and get tips and advice off them, and generally just have a chat with them. It's yeah, it went really well. I was massively pleased with it, and you know, quite, even though it's hard work and everything, I am in some sadistic way looking forward to next year. So yeah, it is hard work, but it's, when you sit back after the event and you know you've made so many people happy, it's nice. It's, you know, it's what it's all about, really. So yeah, that was the Festival of Carp. So it's getting towards the end of July now, and getting ready for the juniors. The juniors, well, it's in 2 days' time now, actually. So it does begin in July, but what I think I'll do, I'll save that for August's video. So yeah, in the meantime, I think it was Nick Hollingworth sent us a lovely little clipping of some drone footage he'd taken down Ashmead. So what I'll do, I'll play a bit of that, show you a few pictures of fish that have been caught from Horseshoe since we last spoke, and then I'll get back to you and we'll wrap it up. There you go, that was a bit of footage from Ashmead and the fish that have been out at Horseshoe lately. It's we've had quite a bit of Horseshoe the last few weeks, and it definitely seems to have slowed the fishing down, but as I've seen, there's still plenty of fish coming out. So, but we are actually closed now this weekend, starting from tomorrow for the annual junior carp camp, and we're just getting a few goodie bags ready for the kids. We've got 30 kids coming down, and a lot of the trade help us out with this event, and as you can see here, this is just some of the stuff that has been sent for the kids that we're going to bag up. We've got Mad Baits stuff here. Yeah, Mad Baits have sent this down, these boilies, pellets, pop-ups, liquids. The guys from Avid sent down these caps, bits of end tackle, hook link material. Yeah, all sorts. And then here, of course, down here we've got the lads from Corder have done us proud. They've sent stuff, PVA caps, all an array of end tackles, end trap, baiting needles. The Gardner guys sent down bait rockets, hooks, PVA, baiting needles. We've got other stuff coming down from Fortis and Thinking Anglers, I think, and Sticky. The Carp Society as well, where we normally give the kids some up this year. They've got a spom each, key rings, Carp Society mugs, and a couple of books. I don't know if kids read books these days, but we might not let them go until they've read them all. So, yeah, we're getting ready for the event now, so that'll feature in next month's vlog, so we'll catch you then. Cheers.